concern the protection of safe spaces for law-abiding migrants who fear they'll be swept up during an ICE immigration raid. Our Jay Dow has the story.
There's no denying migrants in New York City are terrified, staying away from school, church, and work to avoid arrest during an ICE immigration raid. In fact, we learned Thursday that Edgar, a restaurant cook we recently interviewed for Pix 11 Community Close-Up, and who told us he liked his job, quit out of fear about a week after our interview.
When our communities are under attack, what do? Stand up like that!
It is in this ever-intensifying atmosphere that ICE agents' field tactics, specifically what places are off-limits, once again dominates the collective conversation about where migrants can feel safe in New York City. Most places of work are not on that list.
Places of worship, schools, playgrounds.
But immigration advocates gathering at Manhattan's St. Mark's Church Thursday condemning the Trump administration for disregarding a, quote, sensitive location designation for other locations.
This is part and parcel of the mass deportation agenda.
The January 21st Homeland Security memo clearly states, quote, criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. The Trump administration will not tie the hands of our brave law enforcement and instead trusts them to use common sense. In Brooklyn Thursday, Councilmember Zelnor Myrie, one of Mayor Eric Adams' expected primary rivals, accused the administration of not doing enough to discourage local cooperation with federal agents. He zeroed in on the inclusion of a final sentence in a recent City Hall memo detailing guidance for city employees, specifically at hospitals, which reads, quote, you cannot take affirmative steps that are intended to help a person avoid being found by ICE.
That sentence should be removed. You have to ask yourself why it was included in the first place.
A City Hall spokesperson firing back Thursday, quote, the claim that New York City is instructing city employees to cooperate with ICE for civil enforcement spreads misinformation that only fuels anxiety within immigrant communities. We are responsible for safeguarding the well-being of our city staff, which is why we have directed city employees not to put themselves in harm's way during federal immigration enforcement interactions. Employees are advised to contact their legal counsel in such situations and to avoid verbal or physical altercations. 32BJ SEIU, one of the city's largest unions, put out a news release today accusing the Adams administration of wrongly guiding city employees, this time in the city's homeless shelters. That same City Hall spokesperson, in response, referring us back to the same statement you heard at the end of our story. We're live in the newsroom. Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.
All right, Jay, thank you.